The idea here is that I want to figure out if I started at, say, 20, let's say I bought something for 20 bucks and then I sold it on eBay for 30. I want to know not only how much money did I make, but what percentage increase did I get, all right? And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to find out how much it changed. So amount change. I am recording this so that I will post it on the YouTube channel today. I'm sorry I haven't done that for about a week. I've been kind of crazy enough just trying to keep everything else straight. So I apologize that I have not sent that. And over the original amount. So when we look at this, we're going to say, okay, well, how much did it change? Well, from 20 to 30, it went up 10, right? Now, the original number is 20. So if I convert that to a fraction, I get 1/2. If I convert it to a decimal, I get 0.5. And if I convert it to a percent, I get 50% because I moved that decimal point 2 spaces. So what we would say for the answer to this one would say it went up by 50%. So it had a 50% increase. Give me a thumbs up reaction if that makes sense. I think Landon fell asleep again. So we'll do a couple more of these just to make sure people get it. Hello, Landon. Do you have a question, Landon? Did you have a question, Landon? Hello, I'm trying to unmute you. It's not. Why isn't it letting me unmute you?
No, I don't.
So can you help me understand what part of it you might not get? You understand how much it changed, right? The number that it changed?
Wait, no, I get it. It's just that I'm not asleep.
Oh, you're not asleep?
Yeah.
Oh, well, all right. All right, so let's do another one here, or should I just, I'll just start with the worksheet, okay? So let's look at this one here. I already worked one of these with somebody else. Gavin, you want to hold still or I'm going to block your video so I don't vomit on my laptop watching you bounce around? All right, so if I look at 82 and 38, I did my subtraction and I came up with that it changed by 49%, by 49, excuse me. So again, amount changed over the original amount. So when I do this, I, of course, let's see, where's my calculator? And I get 0.5975. Now, and then there was a 6 after that. So if we look at this, this is our decimal equivalent, right? So when I have a decimal, I move the decimal point 2 spaces over. So I can say that I had 59.7. Now, this is going to make that 5 go up, right? Because it's more than 4. So I'm going to say 59.76%, and it went down. So all I did was I simply did the division, converted it to a decimal that way, and then converted it to a percent, yeah? Let's do another one. All right, now if we're looking at this one, I'm going from 75 to 45. So someone want to tell me in the chat window how much it changed? Oh, come on. Somebody knows what 75 minus 45 is. Corey says 30. Isabel says 30. I guess the rest of you are, well, I can tell that most of you aren't picking your nose, but some of you might be with your video turned off, so I don't want to make any guesses about any of your extracurricular activities. So I have 30 on the top. What number would go on the bottom as being the original number then? Good, good. Now, I'm going to do my division. So let's do 30 divided by 75, and I get 0.4. Now, who can remember what 0.4 is as a percent? Tell me what 0.4 would be as a percent. Getting a lot of good answers here. Nice. I'm glad to see you guys remember how to do this. This is cool. And of course, again, the reason that we're doing this is not, you know, this isn't busy work. This is trying to make sure that the math information that you've learned this year stays in your head, right? So that you don't end up next year, because at the beginning of school next year, they're going to give you guys, they're going to give everyone a pretest to figure out how much you learned from this year. And if you do really crappy on it, they're going to put you in an intervention class for math. So you'll lose one of your electives, bang, right off the top. And that's district-wide. So if you think you're going to escape that by switching schools, it won't work. That's the district that's going to do that, because they want to make sure that they can take care of any problems that we had as a result of this stuff. All right. Let's do number 4. That one's kind of ugly, right? Because it's got a decimal. So who wants to tell me what should I do first here? What should I do first here? Subtract. Excellent, Mr. Parker. Right. Thank you, McKenna. All right. So I'm going to take 92 and I'm going to subtract 9.7. Now remember, I have to put that 0 there so I can do it. Tommy, do you have a question? Or are you just waving? What's up, Tom?
Is this the worksheet that I also have? Because I only have square root and Python. Oh.
No, because you're in the honors class. This is the regular class.
Wait, it's Tuesday. Oh, no, it's not. It's Wednesday. Never mind.
So you're going to leave now then?
Yeah.
Bye, Tommy.
Stupid.
Stupid. You just, hey, it's better to be extra responsible than show up to more classes than you need to than to not show up enough. So you're fine. Now just get the heck out of here.
Okay, bye.
Some people's kids, right? So now we're going to do our subtraction. So I get 3, I drop down that. 91 minus 9 is going to be 82. So this is going to be a really weird one. I'm going to have 82.3 as the amount changed. What am I going to put on the bottom? What am I going to put on the bottom? Nice, yes. Yep. So 92 is our original. So we're going to get another really weird result here, right? But that's okay. Weird results aren't a problem. 82.3 divided by 92. And that gives me 0.89456. Now, you may be asking, why do I have 5 places, right? Well, I want to be able to round up to the 4th. So this is a 6, so that makes this go up. So it's going to be 0.8946. I moved that decimal place 2 spots, and this is 89.46%. And is it up or down? I went from 92 to 9.7, so it went down, right? So I could just put my little arrow there and remind myself that that's a down. Okay? Let's do another strange one. All right. So now I'm looking at number 7 here. Okay? Now number 7 says I go from 58.5 to 76.3. Well, so let's start right out with saying what goes on the bottom. We know exactly what goes on the bottom right now, don't we? What goes on the bottom? Type it in if you know what goes on the bottom. Good. You guys are getting it. I'm so proud of you guys. Good job. Oh, I got the mailers for the Mexican candy. So I have 100 envelopes, and I'm going to send Mexican candy out to everyone that's been to class. So I think, Kaylana, this is your first time with it. I don't remember if you were here before or not. But I'll remember everyone who's here. Where did I write all that down? I had a big list. Honey was all over me like, you better make sure you send me candy. And I was like, yeah, whatever. She'd like sell her own mom for about a handful of Jolly Ranchers, I swear. Okay, so let's get back to this, and I'll figure out everyone that's here so I can, because I know that Hugh wasn't here before, so I want to make sure that Hugh gets put in for that. And I don't think Kaylana was here before, but you know, I could be brain dead and not remembering it. All right. All right, so now I need to figure out what the difference between those two numbers is. So I'm going to subtract. Now, it doesn't matter that I'm subtracting from, it doesn't matter that I'm subtracting the first number from the second number, because all we need to know is how much it's changed. We'll figure out the up or down part on our own by just looking at it, all right? So I'm going to have to borrow. 13 minus 5 is 8. I bring down my decimal point. I got to borrow again. 15 minus 8 is 7. And 6 minus 5 is 1. So I get 17.8 is the amount that it changed. So remember, now that it's changed, I'm going to do 17.8 divided by 58.5. And I get 0.30427. Now, this 7 is 5 or more, so that means this is going to go up to 3, so I get 0.3043. If I convert that to a percent, I get 30.43%. And did it go up or down? Gavin's saying up, a few other people saying up, right. So then I'm simply just going to put that arrow there, and that tells me how much it changed. All right? So, and that's the deal with the increase and decrease stuff, right? That's all it's really saying. All right, so let me switch back to my gorgeous face so you can suffer tremendously. Ah! I scared myself. Let's see, where are we? Let's go ahead and mute all, but allow participants to unmute themselves. Okay, so if anyone has a question, you can unmute yourself at this point and ask a question. If you don't have a question, please don't unmute yourself. Let's save that for people that need to ask a question. Obviously, you can also ask questions in the chat if you have one. So give me a thumbs up if you're visual, or a reaction if you're hiding your gorgeous face from us. Give me a thumbs up if what we've covered makes sense and you feel like you could complete this work now. Okay. Teddy, you with us? This is all the work is always going to be due on the following Monday. So lots of ways you can get it to me. You can get it to me through email. You can get it to me. You can text it to me. For those of you that have my phone number, you're welcome just to send it to me in a text, and I'll get it into the format that I need. So understand that while this is not a period where your grade can go down, this is a period that it can go up, but in order for it to go up, you have to come to class and you have to turn work in, okay? So if last quarter you're like, look, I'm good and I know how to do all this stuff and I'm not worried, well, you're fine. I mean, it's okay. And but if you want your grade to go up from last quarter so that your overall yearly grade goes up, you want to make sure that you're doing this work and get it to me one way or another. Okay? So go ahead. Somebody had a question?
How do we know if our grade is going up?
Anything you do is going to make your grade go up. So you've been attending class, McKenna. You've turned some work in, right?
Yeah.
So all of that's just going to make your grade go up. Every bit of thing that you do, if you show up, if you're showing me that you're attentive, if you're responding, you know, and I'm not just, you know, it's not like I'm like making detailed notes. Oh, McKenna didn't ask any questions, so she gets a 0. It's not like that, okay? And the way you can do this, like if you guys don't have a printer, because I know not everyone has a printer, you're welcome to write the problem out on a piece of paper, do your work, and then just snap me a photo of that picture of that paper and get it to me, and that'll be just fine, okay? I mean, it can't really get much easier than that, okay? Obviously, the other thing you can do is if you don't have my phone number, you can obviously take a picture of it, text it to your parents, and they can email it to me if it's not easy for you to do that, okay? So work with the resources you have at home so that you can get this stuff done. Are we good? All right, if you're good, you can take